It's springtime.
And that makes me think of spring chickens. Hey, Susan, why'd the chicken fall in the well?
Because it didn't see that well.
Hey, join us for the Mattcast, where you get all your spring chicken jokes. Welcome back to the Mattcast. We are so excited to be here today. I am Dave Hansen, proud member of the Murray Board of Directors, Murray Chamber Board of Directors, and I'm here with
Susan Bond, also a proud member of the Murray Area Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors.
And today we are excited to have Dawn Getch, who is the president and owner of AAA Restoration.
Yes, and a basically native fixture to Murray. So tell us a little bit more about how you got started and what got you into.
Tell us what AAA is.
Yes,
In fact, a lot of people
exactly.
might not know what it is.
Well,
Please.
we're a restoration disaster general contractor flooring company, start to finish. If you have any kind of reconstruction, remodeling, we can help you out with it.
Okay, so when you say reconstruction remodeling, that doesn't mean exactly someone floods their house and you come in. Well, you do that, but you also, if someone just wants to remodel their house, is that correct?
Kitchens,
Oh, fantastic.
bathrooms, we can build up from the foundation up.
And it started, see, what's exciting about this is it started in that emergency mode. You've recognized how to make things whole again very quickly. Tell us a little bit more about how you guys got into restoration.
Well, my father was military and we moved to Murray, Utah when I was a teenager. I went to high school and I met my wife, Marie. We had 3 young kids and we made a decision that one day we need to start a business. So we did some research and we decided to start a carpet cleaning business, and we went out and marketed, and it just continued to grow and grow and grow, and we've expanded. We started off doing water damage mitigation, mold remediation. We got our general contracting license, and then we just literally a full service general contractor. Anything you need to do, we can do, start
Fantastic.
to finish.
This picture right here we're showing, this is the very beginning of, what was it called originally? Was it called
AAA Restoration and carpet cleaning.
Okay, so the very beginning of AAA Restoration, we have 3 kids. I love this picture. We've got the little girl on the phone.
Yes,
making
the brick
calls.
phone.
on what is that called?
It's an air mover.
An air mover.
Yes, what we dry out the structures with.
The carpets, and it went from this to where we are now, where you're
26 years, 27 years now.
Wow.
And then we have been lucky enough to build a building in Murray. We're on Commerce.
Okay.
And my wife is a 5th generation Murrayite, and
See,
we
that's just
love
awesome.
the location and the people in Murray, and we love to stay active. And our kids have went through the athletic programs and the dance programs, and Murray is our home.
See, and that really brings a lot. Again, our goal with these podcasts and with the Mattcast is to really put community back in commerce. So when you're telling me we've got, really 5th generation and native Murrayites that are really involved, well, and the fact is you grew this business organically because of people you knew, because of how you were building and what you were doing. And that's the power of connections. It's the power of networking. Yeah. So I really love seeing that.
Now, I love this picture. You sent this picture over to us. We were able to see. We saw this picture, and now this is the end result.
Version, yes.
They finally become who they are.
Yes.
We've got. No. Do you have to, in order to join your family? Is there a dog criteria?
We are definitely a dog family, and I've had shepherds my whole life.
Okay.
And believe it or not, the white dog is a shepherd. Our son's fiance has a lab. But
is she ostracized at parties, or is she?
No. You know what? Labs are different than shepherds, but they're all good dogs.
They're all good dogs.
They're all good dogs.
Yes, dog people are always good people.
Yes, they are.
So that's exciting. Now, one of the things you were telling me about was the idea that you come in. We talk about our first responders, and we talk about the people who come in that are running in when others are running out. When you guys come in, people are going through incredible challenges. I mean, this is something, and sometimes you're even called right after 911.
Correct.
So tell us a little bit more about how you.
Well, it is a stressful. When people are calling us, generally they don't want to call us, but most of the time it's a disaster, and it's generally they're one of their larger possessions in life, and they are concerned and worried, and what AAA has done is we try to walk them through the process, and sometimes it's insurance, and then sometimes it's not insurance, and we've always tried to take the unknown out of the situation and give them a path, the direction. And like I say, we are a start to finish company, so not only do we mitigate it, but we're also able to rebuild it to get it back to a pre-loss condition.
Can you give us a story of something that may have, I'm in the insurance world and I know crazy things happen. I want to hear it from you. Something you saw happen and how you were able to fix it.
Unbelievable. We walked upon a condo loss that had a large water main break. And it was unique because the lady was upstairs and she had no idea what was going on, but she had 4.5, 5 feet of water. And when we were
well, we got a pool downstairs, you know.
Why put one in?
A very large basement, and it was just strange. As we walked down the stairs, we could see her furniture floating, and it really reminded me of something out of the Titanic. But we've seen commercial buildings that literally the water's so high, the computers have, the monitors have fallen off the desk and are floating, and it's kind of interesting how people react.
Oh yeah.
But it is major disasters, and we are able to handle from the smallest one of a corner of a room that's a little damp to we've done a 7-story commercial losses. We actually did a lot of FEMA work in Boulder, Colorado, where they had 10 feet of water in their basements and a lot of mud.
Now tell us, you go in their situation, you find 5 feet of water there. You obviously, it's dangerous, there's electricity going on. What are the steps to bring them whole?
Yes.
Right. Well, first of all, the mitigation starts to remove the water and to dry the structure. And a lot of times that includes removing some of the building material, removing some of the contents. And at that point, if it's dry, then basically we get their ideas of colors and carpet, and we just literally rebuild it. It's like finishing a basement after it's been stripped down to 2x4 studs.
So after the water, you can go in, and within a few weeks or however long it takes, they've got more or less everything put back in place.
Generally, it looks much nicer than it did when we arrived.
And yes, one would hope so. Well, and I think one of the most reassuring things I would bet is in that moment they are completely overwhelmed usually, and you come in and go, "Oh no, we got this."
Yes.
Right? That posture is really what brings it home. And you guys, you're a company with heart. That's the main. I know that's why you've been so successful so long, and why people call you. But tell us a little bit more about how you've given back to the community and the things you've done.
Yes, a lot of our standards is we like to reuse building material, so we try to donate a lot of the material back that's usable back to like a Habitat for Humanity. And there's every once in a while we'll run into a situation where the people really need our help but financially can't help us, or they can't pay us, and we try to do a lot of donation work, and we regularly work on the churches and some of the places that, let's try this again, we regularly work on
community buildings.
Community buildings.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. That's the word I wanted.
Yes, exactly. And you've got, when you have the community buildings there, when they call, that's one of those things where I bet that feels good to you. You get to, you can give back. You're like, okay, we can come in and
we can help you.
And that's really what it's all about.
Yes.
Well, Don, thank you so much for coming in and joining us on the podcast. It's been a pleasure having you and learning more about your business. And for those of you who are interested in learning more about AAA, what do we call it? A Murrayite?
Oh, Murray.
Yes.
It's Murrayite.
A business that's been in Murray for a long time.
Exactly.
People have been in Murray. Please check them out at murraychamber.org.
Yes, and if you want to know any more about getting involved with the Murray Chamber or there are tons of free benefits for all Chamber members and all members in the community. So do check us out, see how to get involved, and just look us up on murraychamber.org, especially if you want to do a podcast and hang out with Dave and me for the Mattcast.
And as always,
keep making good things happen. I'm Susan Bond, and this is my good friend Dave Hansen. Join us for Mattcasts. We guarantee you a feel-good story and great free resources.
We're new, we're fun, and we're putting community back into commerce.